Hey guys and gals, Jim here. I just got a bunch of stuff in the mail yesterday and Friday, so I can start working on the lighting on my Star Destroyer, the Bandai 1/5000 scale. But I decided to go ahead. I saw another video that somebody did, and they used a little remote control for turning on and off their lights and everything. So I thought I'd share this with you. I normally wire up my own LEDs, resistors, and all that stuff, but I decided to order some pre-wired ones only because I wanted to save time. The older I get, the less I like doing LEDs, but I still got a bunch of them from Lighthouse LED that when I do get back to something where I need a bunch, I do wire up my own and everything and custom make my own with leads on them and stuff. So, but anyway, I thought I'd share this with you. I ordered myself some remote controls. I got 3 of them, a package of 3 for it was just under $8. Right around $8 range and stuff. But I've seen some where they just have wire leads coming out, and then you wire up your LEDs right to them. These happen to have the male and female plug at each end, which fits into the my plug-in wall unit power supplies, and then the female part that I normally mount in my base to plug in my power supply, and the other end fits into there. So you can pretty much put this in your base and drill a small hole for this to fit in, and then you can just leave it hanging out enough so you can plug in your power supply to it and keep this all underneath the base concealed. But and if you want to leave it out and stuff, either way, you know, it'll work out and stuff. But you get that, and you get the little remote controller. They come in a little package. You got an little instruction sheet in there. Tells you what buttons are what they do, and they're marked pretty clearly on the little handheld remote too. I mean, as you can see, it's very small. I didn't save the eBay store that I got it at, but if you do a search, you'll come across it pretty quick when they show you. If you just type in LED remote controllers, you'll find these. I usually just click on US, so I know I'm just shopping at US stores. I don't have to wait for shipping overseas and take a chance of something if it don't work and everything. So it popped up pretty quickly once I clicked on the first one, and I think it was one of them for like 3 something, and then I just went down where it says similar products, and I came across this one, 3 of them. I think it was like I said, right about $8 even and stuff, and it was free shipping. So it came from someplace in Georgia. About the only thing I can tell you is it's custom sign, EG action, and mini Arduino. So this is actually like a mini Arduino type deal. But anyway, I got it hooked up to a small 3mm white LED, so if I blind you, I'm sorry about that, but we'll turn it on, and then you got you can dim it. There's 2 buttons, bright, minus, and plus, and then you can brighten it back up, or they got 3 buttons, 100%, 50%, 25%. We'll go 25%, 50%. There's 100%. And this just the green button is just if you want it constant on, and then down here you got a mode button, and it does a bunch of different modes. It'll flash, it'll kind of fade on and off, and you can adjust the speeds on these. So if you want to go a faster pulsing, you can start to get it where it's a blinking. If you want to go slower, you can slow it way down. And in the neck, you got other modes on there. It'll kind of come on almost like a burst, which is pretty cool. If you wanted to use it for something like a photon torpedo thing and run it off the remote and stuff. I mean, you can't run LEDs, several of them, and have them each do a different thing. They're all going to do the same thing unless you hook them up separate just to stay constant on. But and then you got a deal where it just flashes, and like I said, you can adjust the speed. You get it almost like a strobe if you got a model where you just need a couple LEDs that look like a strobe and nothing else. And you got another, I'm just going to leave it on like a medium speed. Then you got different, you know, where it flickers different numbers of times, intervals, and it's constant flicker. And then there you got more like a strobe. And you just got a constant flicker. And like I said, you can adjust the speed of it and then slow it way down. And then there's also other modes where you can go minus. I don't know why they got a plus one minus on the mode, but it pretty much just takes you back through the stuff the other way. But anyway, and then the green button, if you don't want it to do any kind of animation, you just hit the green button and you got a constant on. So, and then you go back and do your things. And the brightness, the different brightnesses, you could do it with the different the brightnesses. Once you hit the brightnesses, the animation things get canceled out. So if you use the brightness plus and minus up here, you can keep the animation, whatever you got it set at. If you use the 50%, 100%, 25, that's just for the green button there. That's constant on. So, but anyway, it's pretty cool. I'm going to use this on my Star Destroyer so I can put it up on a shelf and turn it on and off, you know, for all I'm sitting down if I don't feel like getting up and all that, and just something to play with. You know, like I said, they were dirt cheap. Figure, you know, $2.50, $2.75 a piece. Like I says, 3 of them for $8. You can't go wrong. You know, it's not an arm and a leg and everything. So I thought I'd share this with you, and all, and that. So that's what you get, and all. So and I'm going to turn her back off. So I got that, and I order all my regular LEDs and stuff like that from Lighthouse LED. I needed some 9-volt battery holders for some of the little models I did with 9-volt batteries. I only got a couple of these to go around, so I've been not permanently mounting them on the models. I just been swapping them from one model to the next so I could do videos of them and stuff like that. And like I said, I got the pre-wired LEDs. This was I think right around $5. I got 20 of them. I think it was like $2.50, something like that, for 10. I ordered 2 sets of them, so it came out around $5. I normally don't buy them. Like I said, I normally don't buy them pre-lit, but I wanted them pre-wired. But I wanted them pre-wired just to save myself some time. And like I said, the older I get, the less you like to sit around there and solder resistors and wires and stuff like that. It gets a little bit tedious, and especially if you're doing a bigger model with a whole bunch of lights. But I still do, as far as my regular LEDs, I still will be making up my own and stuff. I got just enough for this model and maybe 1 or 2 more if I ever build another one. I'm gonna get some flickering LEDs from Lighthouse LED. Those I ordered them pre-wired only because I only needed 3 of them. I got about 50 of them. The flickering ones that I wire up myself. But like I said, I just wanted to save some time, and since this has kind of got little clips that hold the LEDs in place, I figured this would be a little easier to go around rather than doing my own and putting shrink tubing and making sure that they fit and everything in the little clips that hold them in place and stuff. But otherwise, I use my normal stuff that I do and stuff like that. So I just got a bunch of stuff in that. So during the week, I'll start working on this. When I have time, I got a little bit of a busy week with some personal things going on, but I wanted to share this little deal with you. I think they're pretty cool. So anybody that's interested, and there's different styles of these. You can get sets with like I showed you that one I got at Walmart with the LED tape. They call it a rope light, but it's actually LED tape sealed in like a hard plastic, with all the different colors that you can go through and stuff. They got stuff like that on eBay real cheap and stuff like that, and all that. So, yeah, this was pretty inexpensive. And I think it'll work out pretty good for my starter just to have it remote control on and off and all that stuff and all. And so that's that. I hope everybody had a good holiday. Ate a lot. I know I did. And also, before you know it, it'll be the end of the year, and we'll be looking into another year. And yesterday evening, I watched a couple new videos on the FTC stuff and all that, and it's starting to sound more and more like, you know, if you set yourself for meant for kids, you're going to lose a lot of the features that YouTube, you know, that you get with your channel as far as the comments and things. But if you go not meant for kids, as long as you don't have nothing that FTC would consider more for kids than children, you know, than adults, you should be okay. The only thing I'm looking at, like I said, is the guys that collect the die-cast, you know, showing the Hot Wheels cars. I mean, tell you the truth, if I worked for the FTC and I was the one that had to go through channels and I seen a video with Hot Wheel cars, and it was marked not meant for kids, I'd probably have an issue with that. But I do understand that before they slap a fine, that's the maximum they could put on you. They do start out with very minimum. They base it on your, you know, your income, what you can afford, and also I guess they do before they do actually do a fine that you have to pay. From what I'm understanding, there will be you got so much time to bring it into compliance with what it should be marked as before you actually have to start worrying about fines. So things are starting to come out a little bit clearly. I think a lot of the beginning videos were jumping to conclusions, and when somebody heard $42,000 fine per video, I think that got really blown up before they actually heard what was going on. They just kind of took one topic and ran with it before they started talking about other things. But more stuff is starting to get cleared up, and I'm sure there's going to be more clearness made about this situation before the date that it takes effect and everything. So, you know, there may be more people than that don't have to worry, and there's a lot of people that have already left, trashed all their videos and stuff. Well, that's their you know, their choice. But like I said, I'm holding out, and if things still look a little shady, all I'm going to do is mark my channel private, and once things clear up, I can mark it back to public, and everything will still be there. So till the next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for all the great comments you guys have been leaving me. And until the next time, we'll be seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.